Sciatica. The pain is literally a pain in your butt, and it can be so annoying. You may feel like it's never going to go away, and sitting, standing, walking, all these things are aggravating it and irritating it. Well, what actually could be causing your sciatic nerve pain? Is it caused by a problem in your back, a disc herniation, or something else? So keep watching this video if you are dealing with sciatica and you want to learn more about what the root cause could be and also how to ease it without medications or surgery. My name is Dr. Dawn Andalone. I'm a physical therapist that treats lots of back pain and sciatica. So I have helped so many people overcome this by some simple ways of easing their symptoms, but also what you can do to understand your body a little bit better and to find out if it's truly coming from your back, because that will direct your treatment plan, and also some of the exercises that you might be looking up online and trying to do are actually going to make it worse rather than better. So here's my spine model. If you can see, this has the pelvis here in the front, and looking at your spine from the front, each of these levels, that's a vertebral body here and your bone, and in between each level you have what's called a intervertebral disc. You have a disc that is filled with water, it's filled with fluid, and if you can think of a sunny side up egg, you have a yolk in the middle and the white part around it. Well, that's kind of what describes your discs. So that inner part, it can protrude out through a weakened outer layer of your disc. If you've done a lot of repetitive activity, or you are over time, you're sitting in bad posture, you're lifting heavy items, you're putting a lot of strain on your back over time, this can cause a herniated disc. And a herniated disc can be very painful and can cause some of these sciatic symptoms and pain down your leg. Well, how do you truly know if you have that? So if you look at this model here, I have a model of what looks like a herniated disc. So you can see as that yolk, or the middle part of the disc, has protruded out through a tear in the outer layer here, that can put pressure on one of the nerve roots there in your back. So you have 5 lumbar vertebrae, those lower part of your back here, and those lumbar vertebrae, they have a nerve root at each level that comes out from your spinal cord at each level. So those nerve roots will join together in the back part of your hip, deep under those hip muscles, to form the sciatic nerve. And the sciatic nerve then goes down from the buttock area, down the back of your leg, and branches off to different nerves that go into your calf and into the bottom of your foot. So some people with sciatica, they may feel numbness or tingling in their foot, or sometimes even weakness down their whole leg. But if you're getting this pain in the back part of your hip down to your hamstring, many times people describe that as, I have sciatic pain, or I have sciatica. So there's a top 3 things that I hear from my clients, and also what I've learned over the years, 20 years being a physical therapist, on what things can usually provoke a herniated disc. And if you've noticed this already, some of the movements and activities that you're doing are related to this, then it could be caused by having a disc injury in your back. So number 1, if you notice anytime you bend forward, and this is not something to test over and over again, I would not recommend that. But if you bend down to tie your shoes, you're bending over to pull your pants on, anything where you're really flexing forward and your symptoms get worse, or you're feeling more of that pain and discomfort, well, that could be caused by the herniation in your back. Now, a disc usually does not feel good with any kind of flex forward motion, but feels better with extension. So sometimes we may recommend lying on your stomach, taking pressure off that nerve root there, getting more blood flow and circulation. A painful nerve lacks that blood flow and circulation, so getting in positions of comfort are going to help things heal and help bring more blood flow to that area. Now, flexing forward, don't repeat that over and over. But if you find what has happened and provoked that sciatic pain from coming on and you notice it throughout your day, well, it could be coming from your back there. Now, number two, if you have done a lot of repetitive strain with your posture, you sit at a desk all day, you notice some achiness that happened in your back maybe a few weeks ago, didn't quite think anything of it, or you lifted something heavy and then a couple days later your back is starting to hurt before you had the true sciatic pain. Well, that may be caused by that disc tearing or weakening there. Usually over time is what caused a disc injury. So if the pain did start in your back, then it could be caused by a herniation in one of those areas in your lower back or lumbar spine. And then the third thing that we see a lot of, and this is something that we test with our clients that have sciatica, if we bring the leg up straight with the knee straight, and it looks like this, so you're lying down on your back and we bring one leg up, well, usually right away you'll start getting some pain in your back. And not only does that leg start to hurt, but if you have some discomfort in your lower back, then it could be coming from putting extra strain or tension on that nerve that's coming from the nerve root in your back. Therefore, a disc problem could be irritating it. Now, if you're under the age of 45 or 50, usually a disc herniation will be more of the culprit. If you're aging 45 and beyond, well, disc injuries are more rare because the discs start to dry out. They're made of fluid and they start to dry out with age. And therefore, it could be something with having arthritic changes or having some more pressure around the nerve root from something else. But usually younger people are more affected by disc injuries. So what can you actually do to help it? Well, the positions that I described of bending forward or really lifting your leg up and putting strain on that nerve, those kind of stretches are definitely going to make it worse. So you want to not do any of those. Like I mentioned before, you can lie in a position on your stomach, go into a little bit of extension. Sometimes we even recommend doing some small little press-ups when you're on your stomach. That can take pressure off of the nerve root if it truly is coming from your back. Another thing that you can do is lying down with some pillows under your legs, just allowing those back muscles to relax, because the back muscles, they will shut down and they will start spasming because they're trying to protect your back. So you want to treat the muscles with care using some ice or heat, something that is going to provide a little bit of relief to those muscles around your lower back can also be very helpful. You also want to find a position of comfort. So whether that's on your side, kind of side bent a little bit, putting some pillows between your knees, or maybe being on your side and lifting one knee slightly toward your chest. You may find a position that's going to be different for every person, but that can take some stress off the nerve root there and allow you to actually get some sleep and get in a position where you're providing more blood flow and circulation to that area. It is not good to sit for a long period of time, more than 15-20 minutes, because that can cut off that blood supply to the nerve as well and put more compression there, therefore irritating your sciatic symptoms. So whatever irritates your symptoms, try to just take a few days to not do those things and get in positions that are going to be more comfortable and easing the pressure. You also want to see a physical therapist, someone that is going to teach you the things that are going to be right for your body and not just Google exercises online, because sciatica is going to be very different for every person. But I hope you learned something from this video. If you truly do have a disc herniation, this can be healed conservatively without having surgery. And if you start losing blood flow, circulation to that nerve, and your leg starts getting weak, or you lose bowel or bladder function, or you're having pain or numbness in the saddle area here, those are definitely red flags. You want to go see a doctor right away or go to the emergency room because that disc may be putting too much pressure on an area. That disc may be putting pressure on an area that you want to get checked out right away. But if it truly is this sciatic pain down your leg, I know how bad that can feel right now, but it can get better if you do the right things for it. So comment below, let me know what you learned from this video. If you have sciatic pain and you want to learn more about it, ask a question below. We love to answer those, and share this with a friend, someone else that you know that maybe is dealing with this issue and is looking for a solution. So thanks for watching, and hit subscribe. We let 2 videos a week go out, and you're going to learn lots more info about other topics related to back pain and sciatica from this channel. Thanks for watching.